Hey folks, welcome back to Let's Play Bloodstained Ritual of the Night. Pretty sure I got that right on the first try. I was in the wiki an hour or two ago looking some stuff up, so maybe that helped. I'm the Mysterious JG. So I've done a lot of... you might notice there's a sword floating around following me. I've done a bit that you guys missed. Just because we might get some plot scenes, I suppose her default is this Ares horns, which is Miriam's favorite. I don't really like the way that looks, so I just gave her like an Alice band. Because it's, I don't know, it's less distracting than some of the other stuff. Like, I guess I could have her... I have her suited up like this because there might be story scenes coming, and because, like, you know, you can barely tell what like, the game is not giving you a close-up view during gameplay. But, again, I also shouldn't be obsessing on the appearance of the female protagonist. So I did some playing off-screen. Not much. But, well, actually hours and hours, but it was grinding. Like I mentioned earlier, I kind of have a soft spot, weirdly, for games where you get to grind. You know, while watching other people's Let's Plays, while watching Mystery Science Theater, etc. And also just because, you know, I've got some things going on. I'm not always feeling that well. And gaming is a great distraction. But if I'm not in the mood to record a Let's Play, but I want to distract myself with gaming, having a game where I feel like I'm making some progress on a Let's Play helps. But I've done... I did a little off-screen, and I want to just showcase how I got to where I am after the upskirt shot here. I suppose she's got the gunman's scarf on. Oh, what the hell. Let's give her what would actually be our best gear to wear right now. Cursed Ring actually gives us good attack. And then the dance mask... well, whatever. So... oh, somebody mentioned her tattoo on her boobie. I don't think she's meant to have tattoos other than maybe these letters, which are supposed to be alchemical signs. I think these marks on her body are supposed to... and it's a weird art style choice, since they look like kind of cartoony and like drawings, more like drawings than other things in the game, even though everything in the game is clearly drawn art. But no, they're supposed to be like the crystallization affecting her body. So that's what's going on there. And this is actually the first video I've recorded since the first one went public, because I did everything in a big batch. So apologies to anyone who's been commenting and wondering why I'm not responding to any of your suggestions. I recorded a whole bunch at one time. So there's a little bit that I'm poking around, re-exploring. There's like little nooks and crannies I got into that I didn't get into last time. There's a room I'm trying to center the camera on now. I don't think we went into, because it was like a crack, and like it was one of those walls. You hit the wall and a door opens up and you get in. Or it might have just been a place we didn't bother to go. Here, I'm putting the little cross hair on it now. Yeah, like that's an example. I think there was like one enemy in there, and then like a chest or something. It's like not a big... you guys haven't missed much, except that I was doing all this off screening and grinding, and we're way over leveled now. I wanted to grind for items, but you can't really avoid getting experience. So we're quite over leveled at this point. Level 42, the number of life, the universe, and everything, of course. It'll catch up with us. I mean, so we'll probably, the next boss or two might not be as hard as they should be, but the game will catch up. I was at level 80 something when I won in normal mode originally, so we're already halfway to where we should be at the end of the game level wise. That sounds ridiculous, I know. It'll be okay, I think. I kind of wish I could switch to hard difficulty mode now, but that is not an option. But let's try to show you... oh, you know what? There's a reason I didn't just start here. I do need to do some stuff in Arantville before we continue. Before I show you where we've been. That very first enemy you saw flapping around was the, quote, demon. Pardon me. the demon enemy type, which is one of the ones that lady was like, kill these murderers dead. Yeah, one of the ones she wanted us to kill the murderers dead was the demon. So let's go report that success. And also I've got some food crafting success to do.
Got any targets for me?
I do love targets.
Here's what I've turned up on the monsters.
So we can avenge the death of Porter.
Good work. Here's your reward.
And we got steel ×5, which
Have you learned anything new?
don't think that's a big deal. I think at this point we've already got access to steel as a drop. And I know it's silly, I am going to change your gear now because I'm realizing, well, A, we're over leveled, so we don't need the best gear. But B, I'm also remembering, yeah, we're going to have a whole bunch of little mini dialogues of a sort. So let's, oh, and I also got a new sword off screen, which is pretty fun. It's from those, it's an item drop from those grinder enemies, the sword guys who go when we kill them. Yeah, because it doesn't do the best damage per hit, but it has this thing where these blades spin around goofily. Which also there's a whole bunch of stuff that has happened since we went off screen. We got our first familiar off screen, so I'll show you the enemy. It's just a crystal that drops from an enemy, and I'll show you which one it is. We've also got that skill, which is kind of fun. And I've leveled it up as best I can, but then came across something I like better, which is a spray of acid, which, as you see, gets all over that cute little girl. But it poisons enemies. It poisons enemies.
Thank you.
Oh, hello. I hope you're ready to loosen those purse strings.
Hello, we're the Romans. Idiot routine. Oh, and I found although I'm using it for fun here to spray the old lady. In fact, not using magic a lot is a good idea because it makes candles drop money instead of little magic power-ups.
Did you bring it?
Just bring it, bitch. And she's craving a baked dish. Oh, hold on, it's macaroni and cheese, I believe, is what she wants. I remember we got the ingredients that we need off screen. I just don't know that I ever made the dish that she wants.
Are you eating properly? So, what'll it be?
Prepare. And it's, oh no, I don't have the ingredients for this. I thought I had the ingredients. White sauce and pasta. I'm pretty sure I can get them from...
Stop back often.
What's her name? Oh, and yeah, because I was off screening for a long time, we missed little messages from both Johannes and what's her name? I want to call her Olga for some reason. Busty church lady.
Hello, Miriam.
Dominique, that's her name. I appreciate your patronage.
What are you looking to buy?
So white sauce. Oh, I can't buy white sauce? Or pasta. I thought I could buy both.
Thank you. Come back.
Alright, well, never mind. I'm going to spend a whole video on this crafting nonsense then. I thought I was ready for action. Let's see if I can craft pasta and white sauce.
Good to see. So, what'll it be?
And by craft, I mean prepare, but... Okay, so this we can do. And I think we need a total of 4.
I'll go with this. Great.
And then... How do you make white sauce? That is the thing I don't... Beast milk. Oh, that might be it. We don't have beast milk, and I don't know where to get beast milk. So never mind. I thought we could do this quest, but we can't.
Pace yourself out there.
Unless you can buy beast milk. But no, I'm pretty sure we're going to have to find some bovine type monster and beat it up. Oh, but you'll also see I've got a lot more
Is this
money
right?
because
Then we have a deal.
when I was trying to
Is
like
this right?
grind for
Thanks.
items and then realized I was. Oh, see, now we can buy pasta. I don't know that we could buy it before we
Thank you.
made it though.
Come back.
But completely just my mind is completely disjointed. I had a full set of things I wanted to do. I do know we got
Finish the harvest.
Oh.
And a plant.
Yeah, I've got lots of potato corn and potato corn and rice.
Can you plant this?
Sure.
rice. Yeah, my sword follows me around. It's
Hello
quite
again,
chatty in the
Miriam.
dungeons, but out in the village it's quiet.
Getting by.
I've took off my stupid stone mask and cowboy hat. So she wants a particular dagger called the Rabba Baral, and it's an item drop from those like Demon Barber of Fleet Street guys.
Here's what you asked
So I
for.
got like 7 of them by now, just from fighting in rooms that those guys were in trying to get crystals.
This is it. That's one more villager we can lay to rest. Here's your reward.
Thank you for rescuing Scotland. I'm not sure why no one else is from Scotland, but I am.
We got toy shoes. Okay. I remember seeing the description for this because it was something I could create through alchemy and just didn't bother. Shoes have an adorable squeak with each step. Oh, and they come complete with goofy patches for your... So that's amusing and all, but I don't think we're going to be doing that. Like, I'm glad that that is in the game as a fun joke, but no. Oh, Bloodbringer, by the way, is a sword that we got at the same time as our shard because our familiar is like a possessed evil sword. So we can use it as an item or as a familiar. And when you use it as an item, the higher level your familiar, the more powerful it is. So you can see it's a good item. But we don't want to use it as an item. We want to use it as a spiral sword. There we go. We want to use it as a familiar. So you got any new
This is the
quests?
keepsake I'm looking for.
What you looking
Right.
for? She wants a flame ring. We will accept the
Thank you.
quest.
Pleased to meet you. Thank you.
At some point soon, I'm expecting sapphires and rubies to start dropping because there's various weapons that aren't like way better than what we have, but are a bit better than what we have. Where they have either ice or fire and ice. As sorry, I didn't get that right. Fire and ice is their power, and they involve like rubies and sapphires to create. All right, so we are back in the dungeon again. Here's the sum total. So demons, beat up a bunch of them. They're actually a good... Like, now that I'm kind of OP, I can take them out and... Yes, and here's a giant weird cat demon, which summons fire. But my familiar killed it, and we got Riga Storma. I did not grind against those guys, so I don't have like 9 of their crystal. But yeah, you remember this room? I feel like this door was blocked before, or I just didn't bother to come explore up here. But yeah, we've been here before, on camera, I mean, because these mirror-looking things require movement tech we don't have. And then this room here. It's just a hallway. We've been... I'm pretty sure we've been here before, but just to make absolutely sure, so you guys can see where we're at. This was the room. I did a lot of grinding here off screen, in fact, where we encountered like spooky portraits and these enemies which curse you. And that's actually one of the most dangerous enemies in the regular game. Regular enemy. Very high level for this point in the game. It's one of the few ones that can still do considerable damage. Because I think leveling does more to your defense than it does to your damage. So a lot of enemies around here are just not a threat. Like, they can knock us around and be inconvenient, but they can't really do enough damage to be That's my familiar. They really can't do enough damage to be a threat. So yeah, I feel like this place was closed off, or I just didn't think to explore here off screen. But this is in fact, and there's an enemy later called Puppy that is like a cute, adorable dog that's in this weird glowing field. The demons are a pain in the butt to kill when you're not hitting as hard as I am right now, because they're just kind of annoying to hit, and they tend to fly around where you have to jump off a ledge and fall, and not quite like that. Usually you don't get enough hits in to get them, but this that's the beauty of this grinder sword. It's getting multiple hits like all the time. I'm not gonna die. Well, not right now, anyway. And that enemy right there is what drops. It's the Bloodbringer enemy. It's what drops the crystal that gives us the Bloodbringer familiar. And one of the main reasons I was like, I wasn't planning to grind any place that you guys didn't see. But I grinded in this room just a little because I was like, when am I going to get a familiar? And then I checked the wiki and I was like, oh, like 2 rooms away from where I currently am on screen is where I can first get a familiar. So let me go there and actually get one, and I'll just catch the folks up later. So that's interesting. Here's a spooky portrait. Apparently we're going to head to a new zone here. Did it tell us the name of this place? It's like some kind of... Is it supposed to be icy, or is it just kind of colored marble? Hey, Mithridate. Something. The next boss is actually perfectly accessible to us at this point. And I got to it off screen and was like, yeah, this is the enemy that drops the awesome sword I've got now. As you can see, they're doing like 1 damage if they hit me, so I am over leveled. And as I said, primarily that's making it so that I have really high defense, it seems. And high hit points too, but... So we're blocked from doing anything here, but so now we know where we are. We've been to the other side of this before. There was this object that we didn't have the capability of interacting with. And not that shockingly, the next boss is going to be the checkpoint, which gives us the ability to interact with items like that. Level up, bitches. So now we're at level 43. Alas, Douglas Adams, I could not maintain 42 for long. Small webbing and steel. And... Ow! When I know they're coming and I'm paying attention, I got the timing down for killing bats much better, because they were an enemy I was grinding against off screen for their item drop, which allows you to make free potions, basically. I mean, it's one of 2 ingredients you need to make potions, comes from bats. And bats do very little experience. They're only like 3 experience points per kill, where I'm now at the point where I need like tens of thousands to level up. So they're a good enemy to grind against if you just want to grind. Just like, I feel like playing around this game a bit. Kill some bats. Get some item drops. The rooms they're in tend to have lots of candles, so you can get gold, whatever. Alright. Being in a room with the Blood Sword familiar and Bloodbringer as an enemy is great, because both of them are like super vocal, like, at all times. I think this is the way to the boss. Yeah. Now, we're over-leveled, but in all honesty, I do not remember this boss. Or I barely remember this boss from my first playthrough. The bosses I remember are the ones that gave me trouble, and... Well, the boss in the at this game's clock tower, because it has a clock tower, because it's a Castlevania wannabe, is a really cool design. Like, I don't remember having any real trouble with that boss. I just remember it because its design was cool. Otherwise, the bosses I remember are the really hard ones, and that's actually 2. And both of them are human enemies, like the demons and stuff you fight. Don't remember any of them being that hard, but we already fought Zanketsu or whatever his name is, the Solid Snake guy. Beat him on the first try on screen because I was a little over leveled, and I was using a good weapon against him, the gun. But off screen, he gave me a lot of trouble, and he's memorable. There's another time we faced an actual human enemy with dialogue and everything. Don't want to spoil who that is, but that boss battle was pretty hard too. This boss battle is going to be easy because we're over leveled, but I'm just letting you know it's kind of easy even if you're not. Or at least, I don't remember having struggled with it at all. Probably because I had to level up a lot to beat Zanketsu. What is his name? I guess we don't get to... We have demons. We have a journal compendium. Zangetsu. There we go. He's from Nippon. He's 30. Oh, he's supposed to be 35. Okay. Alfred, the super old guy, is only supposed to be 57. And Dominique is supposed to be 25. Oh, that's Gable. Okay, so she's 28. Okay, so she's like 5 years younger than Johannes, who kind of seems like a love interest, maybe. 3 years, or 2 years younger than Gable, and older than... Okay, all these characters are in their late 20s, and a few of them are in their early 30s. I approve. I'm blown away by this game's, like, the places where it doesn't bow to Japanese game convention, actually. Alright, let's get on with this here. So I don't remember this enemy's attack pattern much. And honestly, we could just let our familiar do the work here. Wait, I should be using a... Yeah, it's poisoned now. Just constant acid spray is enough. My sword continues attacking. Oh, fuck, that hurts! Manipulative Shard, a magic that will have continuous effect by consuming MP. Kraftwerk. Not actually what it's called. Grab onto certain objects and manipulate them. Oh, yeah, that felt good. Oh, yeah. Oh. Crusader's armor. And a familiar Silver Knight. Summon forth a Silver Knight to help you. This is probably the first familiar most people get, because there's only one blood and sword enemy between here and this room. So unless you're fighting a bunch of them like I did, knowing they dropped a familiar crystal, you're likely to get that familiar before you actually get the one that, you know, you get from the blood sword enemy, because it actually does involve, like, probably grinding unless you're really lucky and you just come across it. So that's pretty cool. And this will allow us to go to a couple of areas we haven't been able to get to before. Oh, there's like a bench. We don't get anything from sitting on it, but... HP Max, you're gonna dance for the HP Max. To date, nobody has complained about the audio mix, but I had a real hard time getting a good audio mix between my commentary and the game sound of the last videos, because I like my voice to be about the same volume, maybe a little louder than the character dialogue, but the music was like kind of loud, so I've in-game set the music lower and kept everything else high, so hopefully that will improve things. Unicorn ring, eh? I like the Bloodbringer and its goofy sound effects. We'll use the Silver Knight for a little while. There's no way to... I guess you can find it as item drops, and if you... Like, it was one-time only items in a few treasure chests or whatever throughout the game. So you can't increase its grade like I did with Bloodbringer. Like, off-screen, I grinded and got 9 of those to drop. But let's use Silver Knight for a while just to check it out. And see, craft work. Rank increases attack capacity. I'm not sure what the purpose of that is. So if this guy doesn't have like fun sound effects and stuff, we'll probably just switch back to the sword that goes Todd, because it's fun. You're familiar with. It's actually hard to tell what were the sounds of the dragon or the Silver Knight and what are the sounds of the various enemies around here. He just goes, whoo! You know, I'm already... I think the Bloodbringer has a reputation for having really slow attack animations that prevent it from hitting it. Like, most of the time, by the time it strikes, the enemy has already moved. But, nevertheless, I'm going to... warp. There might be places I'm forgetting where we have stuff that currently we can manipulate with craft work. But as a plot thing, what we're trying to do right now is move the obstacle that's preventing us from riding on the weird, like, horse-drawn carriage demon thingy jigger. Oh, but there is another thing I need to show you while I'm here. So I countered this guy off screen, and see, there's a picture of Dominique.
Fascinating. People do their hair like this?
Todd has mastered a new hairstyle. Oops. Well, crap. Okay, so I guess I did talk. So I know I loaded the game, but I guess I accidentally talked to him again and saved over it. But yeah, this guy allows you to change your haircut, but there's dialogue that you get the first time you're... Oh, and this is where you change your costume color. I knew that was possible, too. I'm not too worried about changing the costume. But you certainly can. You can change... like, subcolor... That's not changing it, though, is it? Oh, maybe this is the... Okay, I thought the... I was thinking the red, or the blue was the main... Or the black was the main color. I guess her, like, weird... I don't know what you call it. Her, like, outer blouse? It's tied around an inner blouse? That's black? I guess you don't change the color of that. Whatever. Change your skin color. Okay, that's a little weird. I guess make her an alien. I guess if you know what you're doing with value and saturation, you could make her African American or African. That's not a bad hairstyle. Either way, like, whatever. This is all totally optional side nonsense.
The look suits you fine.
Well, her look is completely... I just went back to defaults, didn't I? Yeah. All right. I guess I need to load an older game then. Because I thought I had set it up so that we could see that together on screen for the first time, but I guess I messed up. Which means I need to go save and load and get that dialogue again for the first time with an older save. I'm pretty sure I left myself a way to do that. Otherwise, I'll feel bad, but I don't know that I can be bothered to play through the entire game again so that you can see the amusing dialogue with the guy who cuts hair. But anyway, we've unlocked a whole bunch of new stuff. So, by defeating that goofy metal, like that monster that was made of like metal / glass and formed into like a spider / hand. Yeah. Beating that thing got us access to a lot of new areas. And potentially a lot of me grinding off screen wanting to get like the highest level of all these crystals that we probably don't need. But it's more actually about I like having lots of alchemy ingredients so I can play around with the alchemy menu. Excuse me. So yeah, it's pretty much time to call it a video. What we'll do is just we'll run a little long here just so that we can get to the... You know what? No, I'm going to call it a video. It takes forever to get back to the title screen in this game. It takes forever to load games. When we come back, we'll quick get... Well, that's no good. No, because if I do that, the next video will open with us together, you and me, gentle viewer, talking to the haircut guy for the first time. But then I'll have, like, unless I want to edit together, which I abhor, any extra work in the editing suite is not time that JG enjoys. But, which is why I don't have, like, cool custom thumbnails or intros, outros, any of the things that would actually potentially make my channel popular. I don't have. Let's go back to... This is probably it. I think I was at level 40. I only got about 2 levels worth of grinding in the new area. Most of the grinding I did was in areas we'd already been. But yeah, I was thinking, unless I do editing, if I'm like, no, I'll call it a video here and come back when we're ready to talk to the barber, then our next video would open with a brief scene with us talking to this barber for the first time, and then we'd have to go through the whole load, get back to that, you know, title screen. All that would then just be at the beginning of the next video. Okay, so we definitely haven't talked to that guy before in this video because we haven't even opened that room yet. So I'm going to kill enemies just to the extent it's necessary to advance because obviously we're not getting anything out of any items they drop. It's just a matter of them not being in the way. So honestly not sure. Oh, God, it's so tempting to go back and get that. Okay, you can't just damage boost through, I guess, easily. It's so tempting to go back and get that one coin that I know doesn't matter. Yeah, I honestly can't remember. I guess I'm gonna have to go back and watch my old footage. Like, was something blocking us from getting here before we did all the dialogue scenes talking about looking for... Because, I mean, I think we were told to keep your eyes peeled for this craft work thing. And, let's see the dance mask. Okay. Let's have her more or less default, other than her cowboy scarf. She's more or less in her default look as we come into this.
Demon!
Why is she shocked by this? She's killed hundreds, like, literally, you can go and check. I think I've probably killed hundreds of these guys at this point, because they were in one of the rooms where I was, like, grinding by just, like, quick killing everything in the room and then leaving. And they dropped the dagger expertise shard, which I wanted, so.
Wait! I'm a good killer, Barber.
I'm a killer good barber.
Butchers and cutthroats all say as much.
Anyone who tells me they're good must be murdered.
I'm not a cutthroat. I've never cut anyone. Well, I have, but it's these scissors. They've cursed me to become a demon.
Then why not cast them aside?
Cast them aside? If I could take them off, I wouldn't be cursed. Duh.
Listen, Mr. Karate, you've got quite the attitude there.
The name's Todd.
The demon
And the
Todd.
only way my curse will be lifted is if I barber my way through 666 different hairstyles.
Which sounds like a lot, but, he could grind hairstyles off screen.
Well, why not just make the hairstyles up then? Lop a little off here or there.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Ah, there's a penalty for sloppy lopping. If I don't give my patrons good haircuts, the scissors kill them dead.
So it's a penalty to them, not to you.
You have the worst curse ever.
Yes, quite literally, yes. Please, can you help me find information about hairstyles? I'll cut you for free.
That is not an enticing offer.
I love my current hairstyle. What can I say?
No, not cut you. Cut it. Wait, what are you even worried about? You look like you could rip me into 100 pieces.
I mean, you're so buff.
I really could. All right. You have a deal.
I like making deals with creatures that I could easily destroy. It's the only way I'm willing to bargain.
So, miss, shall I take a little off the top?
And there you go. Yeah, see, I thought I had unlocked more than this, just wandering around the place. And the hairstyles don't have names, which is a thing. Yeah, but anyway, there you go. We can customize her appearance. Huzzah. Alright, now, at long last, we're calling it a video. And when we come back next time, we will be exploring the castle with exciting new mobility option. Well, at least we'll be able to move a certain type of barrier. Catch you guys next time.